Welcome back, everybody, to another deep dive. This time we're looking into the Honda WRV.
Ooh, the WRV.
Yeah, it's a new SUV
Okay.
that's making some waves, at least in Japan.
Interesting.
Yeah, and we're going to be going through the details from their official website.
Cool.
So, yeah.
It's always interesting to see how, companies like Honda are trying to adapt to the market, right?
Right.
Especially in a place like Japan, which is known for, well, smaller vehicles, right?
Yeah, it's not really the place you think of for big SUVs.
Exactly. So it's really interesting to see how they're going to, play to that market, with the WRV.
Yeah, and try and kind of appeal to maybe a different buyer than they normally would.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think they're doing a pretty good job of it, at least from what I've seen on the website.
Yeah, well, let's jump in and see what they're talking about.
Let's do it.
So, first of all, the price range is pretty interesting.
Okay, what is it?
It's between 2,398,000 and 2,580,600 Japanese yen.
Okay, so that's not bad for a brand new SUV.
Yeah, especially from Honda. It's right in that sweet spot.
Yeah, for sure.
And, of course, it just launched last April, so it's still relatively new.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this is hot off the press.
Exactly.
Wow, that's exciting.
Now, one thing to note is that some of the higher trim levels, like the Z Plus and the X,
Okay.
those aren't actually coming out until later this summer.
Interesting.
So it seems like they're trying to, maybe build some hype. Or,
Yeah, create some buzz.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe appeal to those who really want the, all the bells and whistles.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Got to keep people excited, right?
Exactly. Now let's talk about the design for a second.
Okay, yeah.
I'm looking at the website right now, and they are really pushing that powerful and robust SUV styling.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you think of when you think of an SUV, right?
You kind of have to, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to have that.
You want that kind of rugged look, right? Something that looks like it can handle anything.
Yeah, it's got to look tough.
Yeah, I get it.
But, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, do you think it's a little overdone or?
I don't think so, no. I
Right.
think they're doing a good job of balancing that rugged look with uh, a more refined, I guess you could say, interior.
Right.
They talk a lot about the interior being clean and spacious
Yeah.
with a real attention to detail.
It's good. I like attention to detail.
Me too. And it seems like they've really thought about how people are actually going to use the car,
Yeah.
It's not just about looking tough on the outside, it's about being comfortable and functional on the inside too.
Makes sense.
And I think that's important for, buyers who are looking for a practical vehicle that can also handle, their everyday lives.
Yeah, you don't want to feel like you're driving a tank all the time.
Exactly.
And, something that I always love to see on these car websites
Oh, what is it? Tell me.
is a 360-degree viewer.
Ooh, yeah.
And thankfully,
Cool.
Honda's got one for both the exterior and interior.
Okay, cool. So you can really get a feel for the car without actually having to, go to a dealership.
Exactly, yeah.
It's awesome.
So have you had a chance to play around with that at all?
I have, yeah. I've been checking it out.
And what are your thoughts?
It's really cool. You can zoom in and out. You can rotate the car. You can even look inside and see all the details.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a great way to really visualize yourself in the car,
That's what I love about them.
Yeah, me too. And I think it's especially helpful for our learner persona who's really into, getting all the information and being able to really picture themselves, in the situation.
Right, they want to be informed.
Exactly.
And speaking of being informed, one thing that we always got to talk about is safety,
Of course.
especially when you're talking about a family car like this.
Absolutely.
And Honda, they're not skimping on safety features at all.
Okay, what do they have?
They've got a whole bunch of stuff listed on the website. Advanced driver assistance systems, collision safety features, and they're even boasting about their fuel efficiency that surpasses Japanese emission standards.
Ooh, that's impressive.
It is.
Especially in Japan, right? They
Yeah.
take their emissions seriously.
They do, yeah.
It's a big deal over there.
And I think it shows that Honda's not just trying to, meet the bare minimum.
Right.
They're really going above and beyond to, appeal to buyers who are, eco-conscious.
Yeah, they're being proactive about it,
Exactly.
which I think is great.
And it's all about finding that balance these days.
Yeah, for sure. You got to have it all. Safety, style, fuel efficiency.
Exactly. You can't just focus on one thing.
Nope, got to have the whole package.
Now, this is where it gets interesting for me, at least.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
And probably for, a lot of our listeners who are really into tech.
Okay.
They've got this Honda Connect system.
Honda Connect. Okay.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty cool. But they don't really give us all the details on the website.
Oh, come
Yeah, they're
on.
being a little mysterious about it.
They're teasing us.
They are, they are.
Okay, but what do they say about it?
Well, they emphasize that spacious interior and class-leading luggage capacity.
Okay, so it's practical. That's good.
Very practical,
Yeah.
which, makes sense for their target audience, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Someone who needs space for, all their stuff.
Exactly.
Huh.
So for someone who wants to be connected, but also needs that room, to haul stuff around.
Yeah, like our learner who's always on the go.
Exactly. This could be a really good fit.
I see where you're going with this.
And then they just kind of throw in this mention of convenient features.
Convenient features. Okay, what does that even mean?
I know, right? They're not really specific at all.
Ugh, so frustrating. They're like dangling a carrot in front of us and then taking it away.
I know. It's like they want us to, go to a dealership or something and find out more.
Maybe that's the plan.
It could be. It could be.
Get people curious, then reel them in.
Exactly.
Smart marketing, I guess.
It is. It is.
But still frustrating. I want to know what these convenient features are.
Me too. I'm really curious now.
Maybe they'll have more info on the, the other sections of the website.
Maybe. We'll have to see.
Yeah, let's keep digging.
Okay, so moving on to update.
Updates, okay.
They just recently added a black style special edition.
Oh, the black style. I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's for the Z and Z Plus trims.
Okay.
And this was back on March 6th, so it's pretty new.
Very recent. So they're keeping things fresh. I like it.
Yeah, it seems like they're trying to appeal to maybe a slightly different demographic with this one.
Yeah, maybe someone who wants a more sporty or, sleek look.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I can see that.
Now, they're also running a couple of financing campaigns.
Okay. Financing, that's always important.
Yeah, especially when you're talking about a new car.
Sure.
These are running until the end of March, so not much time left.
Gotcha. Okay.
One is the residual value credit plan.
Okay.
And the other is the value guarantee plan.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the specifics are.
Me neither, but it seems like they're trying to make it easier for people to, afford the car.
Yeah, maybe they're seeing some resistance to the price point, especially in a market like Japan, where car ownership can be, pretty expensive.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And these financing plans could be a way to kind of, sweeten the deal a little bit.
Absolutely. Make it more appealing to buyers who are on the fence.
Exactly.
Smart move.
So to give you an idea of how well this car is doing,
Okay.
they managed to rack up 13,000 orders
Wow.
within the first month after its launch.
That's huge.
Yeah, which was back in April of last year.
So it sounds like they're onto something here.
They might have a hit on their hands.
Yeah, for sure. And it seems like they're trying to keep that momentum going,
Yeah, absolutely. And they're doing that with, some additional content on the website.
Okay, cool. What kind of content?
Well, they've got videos, for example.
Videos. Nice.
Yeah, there's a TV commercial and something they call a web movie, which focuses on the black style edition.
Okay, so they're really pushing that black style.
They are.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good idea because, video is a really great way to showcase, a car's design, how it handles on the road.
Absolutely. It's so much more engaging than just, looking at pictures or reading text.
Exactly. And it gives you a much better feel for, the personality of the car.
Yeah, for sure.
And they're not just relying on, slick marketing videos.
Okay, what else do they have?
They've got a section for user testimonials.
Ooh, interesting. User testimonials.
Yeah, they call it user's voice.
User's voice.
And I think that's a really smart move.
Why is that?
Well, because it gives potential buyers a chance to hear from, actual owners.
Right, real people.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
And it's not just, Honda telling you how great the car is.
Yeah, it's coming from people who have actually experienced it.
Right, and that can be really persuasive
Absolutely.
because it adds that, human element to the whole thing.
Yeah, it's more relatable.
It makes it feel less like a sales pitch,
For sure. And it gives you a better sense of what it's actually like to own and drive the car.
Exactly. Now, for those who want to, personalize their WRV,
Okay, yeah.
they've got a dedicated section for accessories.
Accessories, nice. So you can really make it your own.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff you can add.
I bet our learner would love that, all the customization options.
Oh, absolutely. And it makes sense, right?
Yeah,
Given how much they're emphasizing, this car being adaptable to different lifestyles.
right. It's all about fitting your needs.
Exactly.
Very cool.
And then finally, they've got a section where you can check out their other SUV models.
Okay, so they're showing off the rest of the lineup.
Yeah, they've got the Vezel, the ZRV, and the Freed.
Okay.
And I think this is a smart move.
Why do you say that?
Well, because if someone's looking at the WRV and it's not quite right for them,
Yeah,
maybe one of these other models will be.
right. They can find the perfect fit.
Exactly. So it's
Yeah.
a good way to kind of keep people browsing the website and, maybe consider other Honda options.
It's like a one-stop shop for all your SUV needs.
Exactly. So what do you think? Based on what we've seen so far, what stands out to you the most about the WRV?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think what's most interesting to me is how they're positioning it.
Yeah.
It's not just a car, right? They're trying to sell a lifestyle.
Okay. I like that.
They're targeting people who want practicality, but also style.
Right.
People who want a car that can handle their everyday life, but also, looks good and makes them feel good.
Right. It's a statement piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they're doing a really good job of highlighting the features that cater to that,
Mhm.
like the spaciousness, the connectivity, the fuel efficiency.
A good mix.
Yeah, it is.
Now, what I'm personally really curious about is the Honda Connect system.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't really get a lot of details on that.
They were pretty vague on that, weren't they?
They were.
It's like they want us to go and do our own research.
I know. But I think it's something that's really important to, a lot of buyers these days.
Oh, for sure.
Especially our learner persona who is all about, staying connected and informed.
Absolutely. So we got to find out more about this Honda Connect thing.
We do. We might have to do a follow-up deep dive just to delve into that.
I'm in. Let's do it.
But for now,
Yeah.
I think we've given our listeners a pretty good overview of, what the Honda WRV is all about,
Yeah, I think so.
what it brings to the table.
Well, you've hit the highlights.
Exactly. And I think this has raised some interesting questions about, how the automotive landscape is changing.
Especially in a place like Japan, right?
Yeah, it really is fascinating to see how these car manufacturers are responding to, these evolving consumer demands.
It is. And the popularity of SUVs, especially ones that offer practicality, style, and, advanced technology, it's definitely on the rise.
It's a trend we're seeing everywhere.
Yeah, for sure. And the success of the WRV really speaks volumes about that.
It does. So I'd encourage all of our listeners to go and check out the Honda website themselves.
Yeah, definitely.
See which features of the WRV really stand out to them.
And as you do that, think about this.
Okay?
What does the success of a rugged, spacious SUV like the WRV tell us about how car preferences and lifestyles are evolving, especially in a place like Japan?
That's a great question to ponder.
Yeah, it really is.
Mhm.
It's a lot to think about.
It is.
Yeah.
But that's all the time we have for today.
Okay.
So thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of the Honda WRV.
It's been fun.
It has. And be sure to join us for the next part of our deep dive, where we will, well, you'll just have to wait and see.
Ooh, the suspense.
I know, right? Can't wait. All right. Until next time.
See ya. It's a fascinating case study, isn't it? This whole shift towards SUVs.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Even in a country known for its compact cars.
Yeah, you wouldn't really think of it, but
Well.
it seems to be working for them.
It does. It does.
Okay, so we've talked about the design, the tech, all the safety features, and even touched on marketing a bit.
Mm-hmm.
What else is on the website?
Well, they have a few other sections that I think are worth mentioning.
Okay,
One of them is dedicated to accessories.
accessories.
Yeah, thinking about our learner persona who likes to kind of, be in the know and all that.
Yep.
This could be pretty interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially, given how they're positioning this as a car,
Yeah.
that you can really, adapt to your lifestyle,
Right.
all the
exactly.
different, needs that you might have.
And I think accessories are a great way to do that.
Oh, for sure. Make it your own.
Yeah, personalize it. Exactly.
And speaking of fitting different lifestyles, they also have a section where they showcase their other SUV models.
Oh, cool. So they're showing off the rest of the lineup.
Yeah, so they've got the Vezel, the ZRV, and the Freed.
Okay, so a few different options there.
Yeah, a few different options.
I see.
And I think it's a smart way to, keep visitors engaged on the website.
Oh, for sure. If the WRV isn't quite right for you, maybe one of these others is?
Exactly. So it's kind of a, it's almost like cross-promotion, right?
It is, yeah.
To kind of capture a wider audience.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Keep them on the site.
Exactly. Okay, I want to shift gears a little bit.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
I'm curious about your thoughts on their marketing.
Okay.
We touched on, the Black Style Edition and the financing campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
But is there anything else that really stood out to you?
Well, besides the 360 viewer that we talked about,
Yeah.
they also have a section for user testimonials.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
They call it user's voice.
User's voice. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm always a little bit, skeptical of testimonials.
Yeah, I get it.
But they can be effective if they're genuine, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I think it's a really smart move by Honda.
Okay.
Because it gives potential buyers a chance to hear from, real people who actually own the WRV.
Right, not just, marketing copy.
Exactly. And that can be so much more persuasive, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, word of mouth is always the best advertising.
It is.
And this is kind of like, a digital version of that.
Right, exactly. It adds that human element, which is so important.
It does. It does.
Makes it feel less like a sales pitch and more like, a conversation.
Yeah, more authentic.
Yeah.
And speaking of conversations,
Okay.
they also have a couple of videos on the website.
Oh, cool. I love videos.
So they've got a recent TV commercial
Okay.
and then a web movie that focuses on the Black Style edition.
So they're really trying to showcase that, sporty and sleek look.
They are.
Yeah.
And I think, video is just such a powerful medium for that.
Absolutely. You can show so much more than you can in just, static images or text.
It's dynamic.
Yeah, it is. It brings the car to life,
You get a much better sense of, how it drives and how it looks on the road.
Right, and the personality of the car,
Exactly.
really get a feel for it.
Okay, so I want to take a step back for a second
Okay.
and look at all this information that we've gathered from the website.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think Honda's main goal is with the WRV?
I think they're trying to position it as more than just a car,
Okay.
Like they're selling a lifestyle and experience,
I like that.
and I think they're targeting buyers who value practicality, versatility, and a touch of adventure.
Makes sense.
And they're doing that by highlighting features that cater to those modern lifestyles, like the spaciousness, the connectivity, the fuel efficiency.
Yeah, they're hitting all the right notes.
Yeah, they are.
It's not just about getting from point A to point B anymore.
No, it's not.
It's about, how the car integrates with your life.
Right, and reflects your values.
Exactly.
It's a part of you, in a way.
Yeah, almost like an extension of your personality.
Exactly.
Now, we've talked a lot about the WRV itself, but I'm curious to get your thoughts on the bigger picture.
Okay, I'm listening.
What does the success of a car like this, a rugged, spacious SUV, tell us about how car preferences are changing, especially in a market like Japan?
That's a great question. I think it reflects this, global trend that we're seeing,
Okay.
where consumers are just drawn to SUVs.
SUVs are hot right now.
They are. And it's not just about, the perceived safety or the higher driving position.
Yeah.
It's also about that versatility, that sense of adventure that they offer.
It's like, being ready for anything,
Oh,
like, weekend getaway or, just running errands around town.
Right. It's a car that can do it all.
It adapts to your needs.
Exactly. And in a country like Japan, where space is often limited, the WRV's compact size and spacious interior make it, really attractive.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
You get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, you really do.
It's functional and stylish.
It's that perfect balance.
And then on top of that, Honda is really emphasizing the fuel efficiency and advanced technology.
Yeah, which are both really important to buyers these days.
Absolutely. People are concerned about the environment. They want to stay connected.
It's all about having it all.
It is.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
Yeah, we have.
Explored the design, the features, the marketing, the target audience, the whole 9 yards.
We've been busy.
But there's one detail we haven't really dived into yet.
Okay, what is it?
And I think it's, pretty crucial.
Okay, tell me more.
The Honda Connect system.
Oh, yeah. We haven't really gotten into the specifics of that yet.
We haven't.
It's kind of a mystery.
It is. And for someone like our learner who, values staying informed and connected,
Yeah.
this could be a game changer.
Absolutely.
So let's dive into the world of Honda Connect and see what it's all about.
Let's do it.
The website mentions that it offers, a range of features, but they're a little vague on the specifics.
They are.
It's like, what does it actually do?
Yeah, what are we getting here?
But based on what we know about connected car technology in general,
Yeah.
we can make some educated guesses.
Okay, like what?
So, it probably includes things like navigation,
Okay, navigation.
entertainment, remote vehicle access, that kind of stuff.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's pretty standard these days.
It is.
But I'm curious to see how Honda does it,
And yeah, what their take is on it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm especially curious about the navigation aspect.
Oh, yeah. Navigation's huge.
Because Japan's road network can be pretty complex, right?
Oh, tell me about it.
Especially in those urban areas.
Yeah, it can be a nightmare to navigate.
So a good navigation system can be invaluable.
Oh, absolutely. Especially one that's, integrated with real-time traffic updates and can help you find the most efficient route.
Exactly. And, for someone like our learner who values their time and wants to, make the most of their day,
Yeah.
that could be a major selling point.
Oh, absolutely. No one wants to be stuck in traffic.
Nobody.
So yeah, navigation is key.
And beyond navigation,
Wow.
I'm also interested in, how Honda Connect handles entertainment and connectivity.
Yeah, good point.
Like, does it offer seamless smartphone integration?
Right. Can you connect your phone easily?
Exactly. Does it have a robust app ecosystem?
Yeah.
Those are all things that are really important to, modern drivers.
They are. They are. Everyone wants to stay connected.
And let's not forget about remote vehicle access.
Oh, yeah. That's so convenient.
It is being able to, start your car, lock or unlock the doors, check its status, all from your phone.
Yeah, it's great for peace of mind.
It is. It is.
And especially in a country like Japan where parking can be limited,
Oh, yeah. Good point.
you might have to park a distance from your destination.
And, in those situations, it's just nice to be able to, control things from your phone.
Absolutely. It's all about convenience.
So it seems like Honda Connect has the potential to, really enhance the WRV ownership experience.
Yeah, it does.
But the question remains,
It's that.
how does it stack up against the competition?
Ooh, good question. That's the key, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Unfortunately, the website doesn't really give us enough details to make a, definitive comparison.
They don't.
It's like they're holding back.
They are.
But that's okay. We can do some more digging.
I can. We'll have to do our own research.
Exactly. Get to the bottom of this.
But based on what we've seen so far, it seems like Honda's making a serious effort to, integrate technology into the WRV
Yeah, they are.
in a way that benefits the driver, and it enhances their overall experience.
It's not just about throwing tech in there for the sake of it.
Right. It's
Yeah.
got to be meaningful.
It's got to be useful. It's got to add value.
Exactly. And that's what really matters at the end of the day, right?
It is. Technology should make our lives easier, safer, and more enjoyable.
I think we can all agree on that.
Definitely.
So this deep dive into Honda Connect has really, opened up a whole new dimension to our understanding of the WRV.
It has. It has.
It's not just, this stylish and practical SUV.
Right.
It's also this connected vehicle that's designed to, keep up with the demands of modern life.
Exactly. It's a car that's in tune with the times
It is. It is.
and reflects the evolving needs and desires of car buyers.
Well said. Well said. We've covered a lot of ground today,
Mhm.
from the WRV's design and features
Yeah.
to its marketing and technology.
It's been a journey.
It has. It has. But as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listener with one final thought to ponder.
Okay. Hit me with it.
Considering everything we've learned about the WRV, its target audience, and this evolving automotive landscape, what do you think is the most important takeaway for our listener?
Ooh, that's a big question.
It is. It is.
That's a good one.
What should they walk away from this deep dive thinking about?
I think the most important takeaway is that cars are becoming more than just vehicles, right?
Okay.
They're becoming extensions of our lifestyles, reflections of our values, and platforms for technology and connectivity.
Yeah. It's not just about transportation anymore.
No, it's not. It's about so much more than that.
It's about how the car fits into your life.
Exactly.
And the WRV, with its blend of, practicality, style, and all these advanced features, it really seems to embody this shift in the automotive industry.
It does. It does. It's a sign of things to come, I think.
I think you're right.
As technology continues to advance and consumer preferences keep evolving,
Yeah.
we're going to see even more innovative and exciting vehicles.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's going to be wild.
It's an exciting time to be a car enthusiast.
Yeah.
So we've delved deep into this world of the Honda WRV. We've uncovered its features, its marketing strategy, and its place in this broader automotive landscape.
Yeah, we've gone deep.
We have. But as with any deep dive, there's always more to explore.
Oh, for sure. Always something new to learn.
That's the beauty of it, right?
It is. There's always another layer to uncover, another perspective to consider, another question to ask.
Well said. Well said.
And that's what keeps things interesting,
It does. It does.
especially for someone like our learner who, thrives on knowledge and exploration.
Oh, absolutely. Always learning, always growing.
That's the way to be.
So thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of the Honda WRV.
It's been my pleasure.
It has been a pleasure.
And until next time, keep those wheels turning.
I love it. All right. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
It's really amazing to think about how far car technology has come,
Oh, absolutely.
even in just the past, like 5, 10 years.
It's incredible. And, it's not just about having all the fancy gadgets. It's really about using that technology to make cars safer,
Yeah.
more efficient, more enjoyable to drive, you know?
It's got to have a purpose.
Exactly. It's got to make sense.
And it seems like, Honda's doing a pretty good job of striking that balance with the WRV.
I think so too.
They're not, overwhelming you with tech,
Right.
but they're offering enough to, enhance that driving experience
Yeah,
without making things overly complicated.
exactly. They're not trying to, reinvent the wheel or anything.
Right.
They're just focusing on features that are actually useful
Right.
and that are relevant to their target audience.
Yeah, like those advanced driver assistance systems. Right?
Oh, yeah, those are huge.
And the Honda Connect system.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that a bit earlier.
Super important,
Yeah.
especially these days.
Speaking of that target audience,
Okay.
we've talked about them a lot throughout this whole deep dive.
We have. They're at the heart of it all, right?
They are.
It's all about who they're trying to reach.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, what do you think Honda's trying to say about their ideal buyer
Oh,
through the WRV? What kind of person are they picturing behind the wheel?
well, I think they're definitely targeting someone who values both practicality and style.
Oh.
Someone who needs a car that can handle their daily life,
Yeah.
but also wants something that, looks good,
Right.
reflects their personality.
It's got to be more than just, a tool to get you from A to B.
Exactly. It's got to be an extension of who you are.
And it's that blend of functionality and aesthetics, I think, that's really
Yeah.
appealing.
It is. It's not just a utilitarian vehicle.
Right.
It's a statement.
Yeah, it's got to have that, that cool factor.
Absolutely.
And I think the WRV's success really speaks to that desire
It does.
for a car that can do it all.
Mm-hmm. It can handle everything you throw at it.
Spacious enough for families. Fuel efficient enough for, eco-conscious drivers.
Mm-hmm.
Stylish enough for those who want to make a statement.
It's the whole package.
It really is.
It's like they've taken the best aspects of, different car categories
Okay.
and just kind of combined them all into one.
Yeah.
Get the best of everything.
It's a smart strategy, especially in a market like Japan, which is, so competitive.
Absolutely. They got to stand out somehow.
Yeah. And this is a good way to do it.
They're appealing to, a wide range of buyers,
Mhm.
but they're not compromising on quality or features.
No, they're not cutting corners.
They're giving you everything you want.
Exactly.
And I think that's what's making them successful.
Okay, so we've covered a lot
We have.
in this deep dive, right?
I'm exhausted just thinking about it,
I know, right?
but it's been fun.
The design, the technology, the marketing, the target audience.
A whole shebang.
But as we wrap up,
Okay.
I want to kind of circle back to something you mentioned earlier.
Oh.
This whole evolving automotive landscape.
Yes. The car industry never stands still, does it?
Never, never.
Always something new.
Always changing.
It's exciting.
It is exciting, but also, a little bit daunting.
Yeah, it can be hard to keep up.
All these new technologies are emerging.
Mm-hmm.
Consumer preferences are shifting.
Right.
Environmental concerns are becoming increasingly important.
Yeah, it's a lot to think about.
It is. So, considering all of that,
Okay.
what do you think the future holds for cars like the WRV?
Ooh, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is, it is.
I think the future is bright for vehicles that can adapt.
Okay.
Cars that are fuel efficient,
Mm-hmm.
technologically advanced,
Yeah.
and that cater to a variety of lifestyles.
It's about, being versatile,
Exactly.
meeting those needs.
And anticipating what those needs might be in the future.
Right. You got to be ahead of the curve.
Always thinking ahead.
It's all about finding that sweet spot,
It is.
that perfect balance
Yeah.
between functionality,
Mm-hmm.
sustainability,
Yeah.
and style.
You can't sacrifice one for the other.
No, you can't. It's got to be the whole package.
The trifecta.
And I think, Honda's on the right track with the WRV.
I agree.
They're not just keeping up with the times, they're pushing the boundaries,
Mm-hmm.
setting a new standard.
Leading the way.
I think you're right. They're really setting a new standard for what a modern SUV can be.
And that's exciting.
It is.
Makes you wonder what they'll come up with next,
I know, right? What's next for Honda?
The possibilities are endless.
It's a car that seems to, really have its finger on the pulse
Mm-hmm.
of the automotive industry.
They know what people want.
They do. And that's half the battle, right?
Absolutely. You got to understand your audience.
Exactly. And it's exciting
It is.
to see where they take it from here.
Yeah.
The automotive world is constantly evolving,
It never stops.
and there's always something new to discover.
Always a new adventure around the corner.
I love that. Always a new adventure.
It keeps things interesting.
It does.
And for someone like our learner who thrives on knowledge and exploration.
Right. They love to learn.
This is a thrilling time to be following the car industry.
Oh, absolutely. So much is happening.
Yeah, never a dull moment.
So to all our listeners out there,
Okay.
we encourage you to, keep exploring,
Yeah.
keep learning,
Keep that curiosity alive.
and keep those wheels turning.
I love it. That's a perfect way to end it.
It is. It is. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of the Honda WRV.
It's been a blast.
Until next time, everybody.
Yeah.